Yo, what is up? This is Matt and Justin Thomas calling in from all across the United States. It's time for us to shout out some various things that we want you World Cup and soccer lovers to look out for. Things that you that won't be covered by most places. I have a couple things, Justin. I want you'll jump in. I think for Brazil, I'm really hoping to see one random thing is I want to see Danny Alves rip the back of the net with a free kick. I think he's got a top left foot. I love seeing left backs, left foot, so that should be fun to see. Mexico, watch out for that coach. He has a nice lock of hair. He has a thick green tie normally. He's fun. Big guy, he looks like, he's a little past his playing days. He's running around style and fun to watch. Croatia, I'd like to see someone play chess on their jersey, or checkers, one or two. Samuel Eto'o, basically the man, and for Cameroon, he did it for Chelsea when he was briefly playing recently, and then he did it, I believe, a couple days ago. He did what's called the old man celebration. Everyone talks about he's 30 plus, and he does a little kind of old man celebration. So when they're down 4-0 to Brazil, maybe he'll get one late and show you a fun celebration. And kind of the last thing I want to shout out is I'm really hoping for a great celebration from Clint Dempsey or Altador. I'm really hoping for a shout out to one of our various hip hop dance crazes. The D-Lo Shuffle, the new one. Chicago Roots, where the USA Soccer Federation is housed. I showed the field kind of. Or if you're familiar with the Nay Nay, I think Altador and Dempsey both have some hip hop connections. If you look at Dempsey's Twitter, he looks like he's friends with his fellow Houston friend, Bun B. And I think he interacts a little bit too. Hopefully it's not embarrassing. I don't know. I don't want to listen to it because I don't want to lose my favorable perception of Clint Dempsey. He didn't rap in that because he might think he's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, those are my shout-outs. I think now we're going to move to what everyone's been waiting for, what we think is going to end up being the semifinals, final, and who we will think will raise the holy grail of soccer, the golden trophy, the World Cup. I'm going to say my semifinals, JT, and then you can say your semifinals. We'll go round by we'll announce them and then eventually get to who we think will be champions.
All right. Well, hold on. Do I get some shout-outs too? Is that not all right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, all right. Good. I just.
My fault.
Oh, you're good. You just kept going. I didn't want to interrupt you. Well.
One more.
Oh, you got one more. Oh, okay.
I'm really hoping if Brazil wins, I see Rihanna dancing on the party bus with the Brazil team, and/or I would settle for. I'm hoping Brazil wins because I believe Rihanna would celebrate with Brazil. Or I'm hoping in the chance Spain celebrates, I want to see Shakira dancing with PK because I believe that's her husband, and they have a beautiful family together. So I hope to see. I remember "Hips Don't Lie" is still a great song, and I'd like to see Shakira hold that trophy high and dancing. It's going to be fun to see.
All right, cool. All right, my shout-outs is I want to see Fred score a goal, at least one goal for Brazil in the World Cup, because, who can not love when Ian Dark says, "Oh, it's Fred! Look at that!" And it really, that was a crappy British accent, but it's just funny to me that his name's Fred. I'm hoping that he can score a goal just because I think that would be awesome. For Germany, I'm hoping that my boy Klose, he can score at least 2 goals. Hopefully not against the United States, but hopefully 2 goals to take over that all-time scoring record. One of my favorite players in the world wears the number 11. That's my favorite number that I like to wear when we're playing in real soccer. So I'm hoping something great can happen there for him. I'm hoping all of the Chelsea players in the World Cup can do well, get some goals. Obviously, Oscar and David Luiz at Brazil, Hazard over in Belgium, Samuel Eto'o, as you had mentioned before, at Cameroon. possibly Diego Costa. I think word is coming there, but from Spain. But it'll be nice to have all those guys really contribute, do well. I'm also for Belgium. I'm excited about Lukaku. I think he's the next Didier Drogba. And as we know, Drogba just a very fantastic rock for Ivory Coast. So I'm excited to see what he can do in the World Cup for a very dangerous Belgium squad. I'm hoping to see a lot of goals coming from the USA. Those dances are fine that you you want to see Clint and Josie do. That's fine with me. I want to see the USA do very well and score some goals. And my final shout out, I don't know if you ever noticed this or not. One more Chelsea player there, Frank Lampard from England. Can't forget Frank. Hope he does well. Maybe he could score a penalty or so because that's usually the spot taker. But my final shout out is for Italy. I don't know if you ever noticed this, but Gigi Buffon sings that national anthem every time they play the anthem at the beginning, but he is always louder than the entire stadium singing this national anthem, and I just love hearing him sing the national anthem. So I'm excited to see that. There's my shout outs.
I have one more.
Oh man.
General one. I have too many to count. And one more is I just watch. I'm hoping that as long as possible it can either be tied or they can maybe get a slight lead. The teams that literally everyone's writing off. I just want to see them have some excitement and hold a lead. Like I want to see possibly if Iran can just hold Argentina scoreless for 70 minutes. I think it'd be fun to see the live shots of. I'm guessing Iran will be like the middle of the night. I don't know. But I think that'd be fun to see if Iran held them scoreless for 70 minutes. But theoretically, if they somehow got a penalty early, and I think Argentina probably storm back at 5-1. But I think the players and the country be excited. Or also, if possibly Cameroon could get an early lead, I think it'd be fun to see those players go crazy, and it'd be interesting to see how loud the Boo Birds will get in Rio. But anyway, let's get to our semifinal picks. I guess I'll go first. I got, on one side, I have Brazil. I think they have a somewhat, as far as getting to the semifinals go, somewhat favorable road there. It's not the most difficult I've seen. And then I think Germany is just too deep and too experienced to get. And then the other side, I think Spain as well, so experienced, so deep. And I have Argentina taking on Spain as well. I think they're going to mix up physical as well as pizzazz.
Very nice. I got one of those the same. I'll tell you which one it is. I got Brazil. I think, Brazil I think is going to do very well on their home side. I got Brazil taking on Germany in that first semifinal. I think the Germans proven time after time in all the several major tournaments they've been in. They've at least gotten to the semifinals and all of those with the finals appearance in 2008. I think the other side, this is where it gets tricky. I got Italy upsetting Spain. I don't know if it's an upset or not, but Italy, to me, I think, possibly Pirlo and Buffon's last kind of run here, especially the fact that how unpredictable is Super Mario Balotelli. I think that could be a difference there. I'm taking Italy to put themselves there in the semifinals against another team. I feel like every World Cup year, I should say, there is one country that makes a wild run, and you're like, where the heck did this country come from? Because it's not one of the big names, and it's kind of a very interesting squad there. I believe Bulgaria was one of those teams that made the semifinals back in the 90s. Turkey, another one. This year, I'm taking Belgium. I think Belgium gets to that semifinal spot to take on Italy. I think this is a very talented young team. I think they can go deep into the tournament.
Wow, some upsets there from Justin Thomas. I'm going to move to my finals, and I guess will be my champion pick. I don't like to be a homer. You know that, or not a homer. I don't like to go chalk. I think you know that from my terrible and outrageous NCAA Final Four basketball.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's really hard for me not to see the final being Brazil and Argentina. They have, I mean, obviously Ronaldo's one of the best players in the world, but aside from Ronaldo, you would say the two best players are right currently Neymar and Messi. And I think Neymar, he's putting on a clinic right now. I think the way their group is set up and the various teams are going to play leading up to the knockout round and early knockout round, they're going to have so much confidence. This young team, I think everyone's going to be so scared of them. And obviously, Brazil, the World Cup was hosted by Anchorage, Alaska. They would still maybe a favorite, let alone it's held in their country.
Right.
So I think it makes it even harder for other teams when you're a favorite no matter where it's played. And I think the young team will get experience constantly throughout. They get to play the easier teams early. And then Argentina, I think they're so deep. I think they're a lot like Brazil. I mean, they're deep and they have some young talent, but they also have one of the best players. And I'm fortunate for the fans in Brazil. I think Argentina, you might want to, I guess you would call it an upset. Is going to upset Brazil in the final. I think they're a little too physical in the midfield for them, and I think the experience that they have in offense, including Messi, I think it's going to be one of the best finals if that happens, especially in Brazil, Argentina-Brazil. I think it'd be electric. I think it could be one of those finals that could end up being 3-2 or something. So I think Messi follows in the footsteps of Maradona and delivers a World Cup to Argentina. That's what I got.
All right. I think Brazil will be able to, even though the Germans play a very physical style play of football at times, I think that Brazil's going to get the win against Germany, and I think the Germans are once again going to fall just short coming into the semifinals, but then just fall short to Brazil, especially because it's on home soil. I think Brazil's going to win that game against Germany. I think this is where Belgium's dark horse run comes to an end. I think Italy, just with their experience and their style of play and how good they are, I think Italy gets the win over Belgium. So I got a Brazil versus Italy championship. Well, not championship. I got the World Cup final. Brazil versus Italy. One thing I do want to say here, though, I'm going to go the extra mile here. Third place match, I'm going to take Germany over Belgium. So there's that. I just figured I'd let you know. But the World Cup final, despite the fact that Italy was really the only team that, other than Uruguay, that really put a scare into Brazil in that Confederations Cup. It went back and forth. Italy was the only team that really, I think Brazil maybe beat Uruguay like 2-1 or something like that in the group stage, and then in the semifinal, I believe that's where Brazil beat Italy like 4-2. I think Brazil on home soil. And the fact that no European team has ever won. I think Brazil. Everything's finally clicking. Their players are finally playing up to their potential. They're the Brazil of old. I think Brazil wins this World Cup on home soil and is crowned the world champions. That's what I got.
All right. Well, thanks JT for participating in this with me, and thanks for doing some of the audio editing. I hope everyone who listened across the U.S. or maybe possibly across the country world finds entertaining, maybe stupid at some point. Hopefully, when half of our predictions are wrong and you look back, you don't make call us too bad a name. Leave us a comment on Facebook or hit me up on Twitter at Matt_Ostro. I think, if I'm right, JT, we're going to do after the group stage or maybe after the round, maybe do a quick recap video of all the great action that will be happening. So, that's good.
Absolutely. Once again, the one-timers with Matt and Justin.